Welcome, everyone, to the Overall Vibing Podcast, where I wear overalls and vibe. My name is Zach Amadeus, and welcome to this exciting new podcast. And before we get into it, I just want to let you guys know that this episode is sponsored by Anchor.fm, the easiest way to make a podcast. Learn more about them in the description. Alrighty, so you may have noticed that I'm still playing the theme song. We got a spicy new theme song. Ooh! Yeah, we got a spicy new theme song. Eventually, the end screen will be replaced with that. But welcome, guys. It's been a few weeks because I've been super busy with school. There's been a lot of exams. There was one weekend where I had just an environmental science exam and economics exam on the same. They both were released on Friday, so I had to do one on Friday, one on Saturday. This was a couple weeks ago. And it's just been super busy, but I am here now, and we are reporting on what everyone has already reported on because this happened in the beginning of the week. The Will Smith slaps Chris Rock at the Oscars. We're going to be getting into all that jazz. And this spring break has been weird. My back really hurts, so I'm going to try to make this kind of a short episode. I don't know. Basically, what I did this week was ride my bike a lot because in the first 2 days it was quite warm. It was about 65 degrees outside, which is really nice. It's the first days of the week, and now it's down to 40s again during the day. And I was originally supposed to hang out with someone for 3 days of the week, but those plans fell through, so I kind of was left with nothing to do. So I'm going to be vacuuming my car. Exciting, right? Yeah. And before we get into it, I also want to talk about how Olivia Rodrigo's Driving Home to You documentary was released. So I watched that. That's why I paid the $7.99 subscription for Disney Plus for a month just to watch that. Yeah, I also think that it was higher than if I bought it on the computer because I bought it on iPhone and they charge 30%. But yeah, so I watched that, and I also watched Turning Red. Takes place in 2002. It was an interesting movie. It wasn't my favorite movie, but I haven't watched a Pixar movie in years that's brand new, so it was kind of good. And I can also watch High School Musical, the musical, if I wanted to, because I'm still paying for Disney Plus and actually not using it. Because I just watched Driving Home to You, and I could watch Driving Home to You again, of course. It's a pretty short movie. It's only an hour and 16 minutes. It was great. It was just following her around while she was writing the songs, and while she performed rewritten versions across the country, a little mixed up. So yeah, and this is not originally, this show has been turning into kind of a T channel, which I don't know how I feel about it, but it's because this channel was meant to have guests, overall vibing, and I can't get any guests in here, so this is what it's turned into for now. But yeah, we have a lot to talk about the Will Smith. That's pretty much all of the episode when we have a few outliers. But it's supposed to be overall vibing, really counterintuitive if we're talking about all this bad stuff. But I mean, I haven't been talking about anything really serious. This is all just drama, you know? And also, if you didn't notice, I've been trying to live record these things on OBS so then I don't have to bring them to the editor because it takes 2.5 hours to export the videos, so then I could just do the nameplates through OBS like that, see? And, of course, sponsored, yeah. All that jazz. And I can also do the end screen like this. Yeah. But we're going to be working on that. The end screen song is still the old song, but we do have that new theme song to look forward to. I mean, it is peppy. Let's just open that up here. It is really peppy. Ooh. It just makes you want to dance, you know? It's just a really peppy song. That's why I decided on it to be the new theme song and outro song for the podcast. It's been hard to get in here and record this for you guys. It's actually my mom's birthday today too. I dropped her off at work today, and then we went over to a restaurant, ate there. It was delicious at about 5:30. And then went back home and gave my dad a burger, and then she got curlers. Well, she always wanted curlers, and she also got the card and some flowers, of course. But yeah, she really likes the curlers. It really works. I didn't know how well they would work, but they do. And I also ordered some Driving Home to You merch that will be showing up on the Zachary Dares channel eventually. I'm still super behind in editing videos for that. But we are going to get people in here on the podcast with me, so it's not so slow, you know what I mean? Kind of slow when it's just me. But we try our best here. This microphone stand is not quite where I want it to be. It's because I recorded something singing, and I had to move it, and now it's all wonked up. Because I recorded with this mic. But yeah, that should be good. I keep wanting to just touch it. I don't know why. And the lighting's also not that great because it's an overhead light, so it doesn't cast in my eyes that well. But we're going to make do. So you've already heard of this. This was so surprising on the night of. People were debating if this was a stunt or not, but it's the Will Smith slaps Chris Rock at the Oscars. People were wondering if this was just a stunt, but then they saw that they censored the audio in America, which we have the uncensored version for you guys here today. And you could just see the anger in Will's eyes, and then everyone was joking that, oh, he's a professional actor that hit
You know who's got the hardest job tonight?
Okay, wait. Yeah. So he made a joke about Jada, Will Smith's wife, and basically Will Smith did not take kindly to that. So let's just watch it, What the heck is happening? It's still number 8 on trending, guys. 86 million views. Hopefully we don't get claimed. We're going to switch back and forth kind of often to try to prevent that. So here we go.
You know who's got the hardest job tonight? Javier Bardem and his wife are both nominated.
Can we turn this up a little? I want to turn it up. Hold on, guys. We need to turn it up so we can actually hear it. The part where Will yells is pretty quiet, so.
Now, if she loses, he can't win. He is praying that Will Smith wins. Like, please, Lord. Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
Yeah, so that was the joke. And before we get to the slap, G.I. Jane was a movie I didn't know about, but my mom cut her hair short. We're going to get into that in a later comment. But basically, it's about in response to political pressure from Senator Lillian de Haven, the U.S. Navy begins a program that would allow for the eventual integration of women into its services. The program begins with a single trial candidate, Lieutenant Jordan Demi Moore, who was chosen specifically for her femininity. O'Neill enters the grueling training program under the command of John James Orgale, who unfairly punishes O'Neill until her determination wins his respect. Basically, when she shaved her head in the movie, everyone is talking about it because obviously this is a big deal. He made the joke. So let's just go back a little. This is the joke.
Good. Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay.
See, if you look here, though, people are debating this. Well, there's no debate. But you can see that Will is in fact laughing. Because when you're in the front seat, you are in a fire seat. That's all part of the Oscars. People in the front who are famous get roasted. It's just a tradition. People in the front get roasted. Jada's a public figure. Let's just let's see here. You can see if I move out of the way that she is rolling her eyes. You can see she's not enjoying the joke, but Will is. Will is in fact let me see here. Will is, in fact, enjoying the joke. he's laughing at it. He's laughing, and then he sees that she rolls her eyes. And yeah, that's basically when he starts getting pissed off.
That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Uh-oh, Richard. Oh, wow.
Let's just see that again, huh? I think he didn't expect that. And what's unexpected is that no security guards or anything came out. I think they thought that he was going to take the microphone and heckle him. But for real, just slaps him upside the head. Let's see here. Let me just find my mouse. Boom. Boom. There it is. Let's go back a little bit.
Oh, Richard.
Boom. And then Chris Rock is genuinely surprised at this. I don't think he expected it at all. I mean, who would expect it, really? This is kind of really out of the ordinary. Okay, there we go. Keyboard's dying. Yeah, so I don't think he expected it. I don't think most people expected it at all. Most people thought it was a joke or a bit when they saw this. They thought it was fake, but let's just keep watching.
Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Okay, wait, let me go back. So let's not miss a single thing. Here we go.
Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane jump.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay?
He's like, bro, what the fuck? He's like, are you serious right now? This is a comedy routine. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I don't think anyone expected it. I don't think Chris expected it. I don't think anyone in the crowd expected it. It was now anyone... When you think of the Oscars, you don't think of any of the winners right now. You think of Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. So, he's legitimately surprised.
Okay.
He is just so dumbfounded.
That was a greatest night in the history of television.
He wanted to be the bigger person, and he wanted to move on.
Okay.
So yeah, that's basically the whole clip. My keyboard's dying, so I can't switch between the scenes. But then there's this TikTok this TikTok that's going around where it's the edited audio. Take a listen. Oh my god. I'm gonna turn up the volume. Sorry guys. Nothing's working. So let me explain to you this. Yes, I've been trying to film this episode for 3 days, and then either this laptop is updating or Windows 10 is updating over here on this laptop, on the recording computer. It's just been a mess, chaotic mess to get anything working. But let me just turn this up so you can actually hear it. It's really quiet. And this is the TikTok edit that's been going around because Jada openly said that they were in an open relationship when I don't think he fully agrees with that on her Facebook show, and says that she allegedly had sex with 20 people in their 20s that are friends with her son or something. Don't quote me on that. That's what I've heard and what I've read. But I don't know. I'm not her. I'm not in their family. But Will Smith got cucked. Okay. Oh my gosh. Nothing's working, guys. Okay, here we go. Okay, wait.
Fucking my wife's mouth.
I'm going to, okay?
keep fucking my wife's mouth.
I'm going to, okay?
I'm going to, okay? And I suppose that's a picture of the man, supposedly. I don't know. I don't know the whole story. And then it's been trending alopecia, which I didn't know about at all, but apparently it's literally all about her right now. It's sudden hair loss that starts with one or more circular bald patches that may overlap. Alopecia occurs when the immune system attacks hair follicles and may be brought on by severe stress. So it's like your immune system thinks your hair is a virus or something, and it starts attacking the hair molecules in your head. So you just end up like pulling out all your hair because it just disconnects from inside your head. It can also happen in other parts of your body as well. And I don't know what she has exactly, but yeah. The main symptom is hair loss. Treatment may address underlying conditions. She's had this since 2018 when she was diagnosed. And that's, yeah. And then we have the acceptance speech from Will Smith here, where he won an Oscar 5 minutes after that and got a standing ovation. So let's take a look. I don't have any audio.
I want to apologize to the Academy. I want to apologize to all my fellow nominees. This is a beautiful moment, and I'm not crying for winning an award. It's not about winning an award for me. It's about being able to shine light. Art imitates life. I look like the crazy father, just like they said. I look like crazy father, just like they said about Richard Williams. Thank you. Hope the Academy invites me back. Thank you.
The Academy invites him back. Basically, he also said he's a vessel for love, and everyone was like, what in the hell are you talking about? I'm a vessel for love, but I'm going to slap the shit out of you if you make a joke about me or my wife. And then here's the weird Twitter Academy response. Let's see here. Here's the tweet. It's so weird. They just mentioned it in one sentence and then moved on. So this is a tweet from the Academy. Here we go. The Academy does not condone violence in any form. Next paragraph. Tonight we are delighted to celebrate our 94th Academy Award winners who deserve this moment of recognition from their peers and movie lovers around the world. Yeah, so they just said in the beginning, oh, we don't condone violence of any kind, and then they just go on to say, well, thank you to everyone coming out. Weird, right? It's just weird the way they addressed it like that. They could have done like separate tweets or something, not just all in one like that. And then apparently Chris Rock made a movie in 2009 called Good Hair. We're just reporting on all this, everyone. Let me see what it means. I don't know. It's about black women's hair, and I believe, and basically how they're taught to like straighten it or not embrace their hair. And he's basically saying the importance of black women's hair, and people were bringing that up too. The Independent was shook, apparently. Let me take a look here. Chris Rock, the man who made a documentary about black women's hair, undermined everything with one joke. I just kicked the camera. I was in the shower one day and this is Jada. I was in the shower one day and had just handfuls of hair in my hands. And I was like, oh my God, am I going bald? And let me be clear, I'm not making fun of her having a condition. I'm making fun of just this whole situation. Okay? It would suck to lose my hair. Suck for anyone to lose their hair that doesn't want to lose their hair. I just want to be clear about that. It was one of those times in my life where I was literally shaking in fear. Yeah. Yeah, so we basically get the gist. Their son tweeted about it after, and this is all he said. All he said was, "That's how we do it." This was after the Oscars, 9:11 p.m., March 27th. Yeah. And then people on Twitter were quick to point out that people were making jokes. Will's marriage is open to everything except jokes. And then people are going, nobody should joke about other people's illnesses. Chris Rock claimed he didn't know, apparently, according to him. I don't know. It's crazy. Oh, as you can see here on Twitter right now, Will Smith could face suspension and expulsion. Oscar Board of Governors says Chris Rock slap, adding Smith was asked to lead the ceremony but refused. Consistent with the Academy standards of conduct as well as California law, Mr. Smith is being provided at least 15 days notice of a vote regarding his violations and sanctions and the opportunity to be heard beforehand by means of a written response. Let's open this article and see what's up with this, because I'm really curious about it. I just heard about this today. Details are emerging that Will Smith wasn't directly asked to leave the Oscar ceremony after slapping Chris Rock. Rather, it was suggested. Deadline here is a pair of Oscar heavyweights. Academy President David Rubin and CEO Don Hudson had a discussion about Smith's rep, bouncing around the idea of then pending King Richard Best Actor winner departing the Dolby Theater. Smith's rep approached the actor with a suggestion, and he reportedly told her, according to a well-placed source that night, "I want to make this right. I want to stay and apologize." We don't know any of this. This is all alleged, everyone. The more the details come out, as more perspectives are being thrown into the hat, the role of Oscar telecast producer Will Packer in all this seems to be murkier because there's more perspectives. We know for a fact that Packer did speak to Smith after the incident with Rock, as did Denzel Washington, Tyler Perry, and Bradley Cooper. As for what the actual content of what the conversation was, it seems that there are many POVs on what went down in the fog of war. One source tells us that Packer told Smith to stay, not leave. This is where we might see individuals running to their own corners as the blame game intensifies. These conflicting perspectives muddy the waters even more. One of the insiders tells us that it was a firm ask from the Academy leadership, not a mere suggestion that he leave the Dolby Theater. We would like to clarify that Mr. Smith was asked to leave the ceremony and refused. We also recognize we could have handled the situation differently. They could have honestly just drug him out, even though he's Will Smith. They could have just expedited the situation in that way. Because, yeah, you don't know what he's going to do next. I don't know. Additionally, we hear the Academy is maintaining its focus on events going forward. Specifically, the April 18th follow-up meeting was scheduled after receiving. Everyone thought that he was just going to take the microphone from him, and even his hands were down. Chris Rock's hands were down. He was not expecting, even at the last second, for Will to hit him. I haven't talked to anyone, despite what you may have heard, Rock said last night during the second show for his Ego Death World Tour on Wednesday night at the Boston, blah, blah, blah. At the opening show, he was greeted by the sold-out crowd with a 3-minute standing ovation. Rock asked the audience, "How was your weekend?" The comic pointed out that he's still kind of processing what happened, and at some point, he will talk about that shit, quote, that shit, and, quote, it will be serious and it will be funny, which means he's probably going to make a comedy routine out of Will Smith. So's a bunch of other people, like Dave Chappelle's probably going to. He then added he was going to tell some jokes before something his set while an audience member yelled, fuck Will Smith. We can hear his remarks below.
How was your weekend? I'm not like a bunch of shit about what happened. So you can't really get at. I had like a whole show I wrote before this weekend. And I'm still kind of processing what happened.
Yeah, everyone is cheering for him. Everyone's really happy that he's here. I mean, obviously his shows have been sold out.
At some point, I'll talk about that shit.
This is everything I just said.
You know, it'll be serious, it'll be funny. But I would love to. I'm gonna tell some jokes.
Somebody yelled, fuck Will Smith, and he was like, I'm gonna tell some jokes. I mean, what else are you gonna do in that situation, you know? Anyways. Consistent with the Academy's standards of conduct, as well as kind of, okay, this is what we read. At the next board meeting on April 18th, the Academy may take disciplinary actions, which may include suspension, expulsions, and other sanctions permitted by the bylaws and standards of conduct. People were also saying that he could possibly get his Oscar taken away if they really wanted to, but I don't think it's going to happen. Okay. So, yeah. We get some celebrity reactions to it. Right here. Right here. He could look. Okay, that's super dramatic. He could have killed him. What the hell? Who said that? Yeah, I don't know who said that. Let me tell you something. It's very bad practice to walk up on stage and physically assault a comedian. Now we have to worry about who wants to be next Will Smith in comedy clubs and theaters. Kathy Griffin, Howard Stern, where's the security? Not one person came out because he's Will Smith. This is how Trump gets away with shit. Can we play the video, please? What in the world? It's loading ads and... Okay. Here we go.
In hand with a lot of force smacks him right in the mouth on TV. Now, the first thing I said to myself is, what the fuck is going on? Is this a bit? Because where's security? This is a live television event. Not one person came out because he's Will Smith. This is how Trump gets away with shit. Will Smith and Trump are the same guy. He decided he's going to take matters into his own hands, you know, at a time when the world is at war. Bad timing, man. I mean, just, you know, calm your fucking ass down.
Yeah. Conan O'Brien just saw the Will Smith slap. Anyone have a late night show I can borrow just for tomorrow? Jaden, that's how we do it. Yeah. Then we have Jim Carrey's reaction here. He reacted quite in favor of Chris. Not a lot of celebrities have been in favor of Chris, like openly in favor. They've just been condemning Will or being on Will's side, but not really calling him out like this.
Ovation. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless, en masse. And it really felt like, oh, this is a really clear indication that we're not the cool club anymore.
Jim Carrey weighing in on Will Smith's Oscar controversy during a new interview with Gayle King for CBS Mornings.
They asked Chris, do you want to file charges? And Chris apparently said no, he did not.
He doesn't want the hassle. I'd announced this morning that I was suing Will for $200 million because that video is going to be there forever. It's going to be ubiquitous.
Jim Carrey was on hand promoting his new movie, Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
That's
he
copyright.
made it clear how he felt about Will Smith's actions on Sunday night.
You do not have the right to walk up on stage and smack somebody in the face because they said words.
Since Sunday night, the Academy has launched a formal review into Smith's actions on stage, and Will has since issued a statement apologizing to Chris Rock, saying in part, quote, "I would like to publicly..."
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure this was just his publicist team. We have the button keeps not working, guys. I don't think you understand. My keyboard's dead. There we go. Yeah. We have his statement right here. So the Academy condemns it. He could lose his Oscar due to code of conduct. Here is his apology statement on his Instagram, which looks like it's written by a publicist, and he also has comments turned off. So you know how it'd be. Here we go. Let me just get it over here. Okay, here is his apology that he wrote the day after, I believe. This was 3 days ago. Because we're late to the party of reporting on this. But here's his apology. "Violence in all forms is poisonous and destructive. My behavior last night at the Academy Awards was unacceptable and inexcusable. Jokes at my expense are part of the job." Okay, and this is where he tries to rationalize what he did, of course, obviously. This is what people were arguing why they're on his side. But a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear, and I reacted emotionally. So it's important to note that Jada was losing her hair, obviously, so she decided to cut her hair that way. The only reason she cut her hair that way was because of the alopecia. But Chris Rock was just making a comment about the haircut, not like making fun of the disease, not being like, "Oh, you can't grow hair." It was more of the haircut, in my opinion. If I could be so gracious to have an opinion anymore. I would like to... Okay, wait. But a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear, and I reacted emotionally. I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line. So he apologized when he was accepting his award to the Academy and those in the room, the other stars receiving awards, but he did not apologize to Chris while on stage. This is just the next day when he decided to do this on his Instagram. I was out of line and I was wrong. I was embarrassed and my actions were not indicative of the man I want to be. There is no place for violence in a world of love and kindness. I'd also like to apologize to the Academy, the producers of the show, all the attendees, and everyone watching around the world. I would like to apologize to the Williams family and my King Richard family. I deeply regret that my behavior has stained what has been an otherwise gorgeous journey for all of us. I am a work in progress. Will. Yeah, but he also said he was a vessel of love in the speech that he made after 5 minutes after doing that. So we have some tweets here from Ethan Klein from H3 Podcast. He was trending because of this. And I just wanted to cover this because this is all part of the grand scheme of this news. And I thought that we should hit it while we were here, because he got a lot of backlash about it and got ratioed, and we are gonna see it. I'm mostly on his side. I'm a fan of Ethan. I mean, this whole podcast is inspired by them, their podcast. So, yeah. But this is supposed to be a whole different thing, but let's not get into what this podcast is supposed to be. Okay. Will Smith won and got a standing ovation. I'm in awe. The show went on like nothing happened. Will Smith punched a comedian for doing his job. He's a celebrity in the front row of the Oscars where it's normal to be roasted, bad taste or not. True. Absolutely true. When you're in the front row of the Oscars, you're supposed to accept the roasting jokes and all that. You're not supposed to do that. Yeah. Somehow everyone, this is another tweet underneath it. Someone Somehow everyone loved Ricky Gervais roasting the shit out of celebrities with way worse jokes. We also applaud Will Smith for punching Chris Rock. Like, come on, y'all. Really, with the absolute brain rot. Oh, he also said defending Will equals brain rot. Yeah. So then we have, I have the tweet here where he got quote tweeted and, oh, no. This is something else. This is another person on Twitter. Will saying he wants to be a vessel for love 15 minutes after hitting a guy live on international TV and then getting a standing ovation is just about an incredible summation of what Hollywood is all about. Okay, and then we have Ethan's next tweet. I don't know if I have the famous quote tweet that got like 100,000 likes. Normalizing attacking comedians that offend you. Okay, wait. Normalize attacking comedians that offend you. Half of Twitter this evening. True. That was something that was said. Let's see here. Oh yeah. This is the tweet. He did. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. What in the world? Okay, wait. Oh my gosh, I'm lost. Okay, basically, here's another tweet that Ethan said before we get back to. That's like a quote tweet within a quote tweet. It's quote tweet within a quote tweet. It's really confusing to me because I'm not used to Twitter. Will Smith is just a walking L since his wife decided to start weekly humiliating him on her Facebook show. Probably should deal with whatever trauma he has with her and still punching Chris Rock in the face for an extremely tame joke. He needs to be escorted out of the Oscars. L. And then this person said he defended his wife, something I know you aren't familiar with. Then we go back to Hila's tweet here. If we could go back. Nothing's working. My touchpad's weird. Okay, here's Hila. Hila's quote tweet to that quote tweet within the quote tweet. My husband should punch people for me if he really loves me, right? So I can feel safe and secure. And I should go back in the kitchen while he goes to work to provide for me, right? Hell yeah. Good day for us women. And I mean, Hila's queen shit, if you don't know her. She co-owns the clothing brand Teddy Fresh with her husband Ethan, who runs she's the H in the H3. Then here's what Ethan said underneath it. Comment. I think it's called a comment on Twitter. I'll be back later, baby. I need to track down Trisha and Keemstar to protect your honor. Do not leave the kitchen until I return. I love you. Obviously being facetious. Yeah, and then we have another tweet by Hila. Okay, yeah. I'm proud to say my husband wouldn't have done this on television for the world to see. My husband would have used his platform that Will got a few minutes later and spit some fire on the mic for me like a badass. If you defend your wife with violence and anger, then you probably argue with your wife in violence and anger. So, yeah, that's basically what happens there. And then Keemstar also wrote about it. Let me take a look here. So this is Keemstar's response. As I know, they're intertwined with each other and stuff like that. Dear Ethan Klein, I never disrespected your wife. You did. You started referring to her as a horse. I'm pretty sure Keemstar referred to her as a horse, but also you don't have to track me down. I've been trying to physically fight you for years. Also, if Hila really is in the kitchen, she must be an amazing cook because he's thick. That was the response. Let me find the X button. It's a struggle, guys. It's like 8:48. Then we went over that. So we are 39 minutes into the show, and we finally finished the first story. And I knew it was going to take a while to get through the Will Smith slaps Chris Rock at the Oscars story. So I lined up a few a few stories that were shorter. So Hailey Bieber almost dies. Now this was a long time ago, like a month ago or something. It's March 12th. So Hailey Baldwin Bieber released from hospital after doctors find blood clot in brain. Now that was out of the ordinary. I saw her. I don't know how old she is, but she's not that old. Let me just look her up here. Hailey Bieber. She is 25 years old. Hailey Baldwin Bieber called the health scare definitely one of the scariest moments I've ever been through in a statement posted to her Instagram story. Let me just read through this a little bit. Hailey Bieber has been released from the hospital after being admitted for a brain condition. The model of 25 was hospitalized in Palm Springs for a medical emergency early this week. People can confirm. Bieber was admitted. So I only heard about it because I saw on Twitter that she was leaving the hospital after having a brain clot. Brain clot? Blood clot. I'm having a brain clot right now. Just trying to talk. She shared in a statement on Saturday. On Thursday morning, I was sitting in breakfast with my husband when I started having stroke-like symptoms and was taken to the hospital. Good. Catch it early on. My grandma on my mom's side had a stroke and passed away a week later, not able to talk. And she lives in the Philippines. She lived in the Philippines, so they don't have really good hospitals there. If you take them to the hospital, they'll just keep, you won't be able to see them, and they'll just keep draining your money until they die, basically. Yeah. So they found I had suffered a very small blood clot to my brain, which caused a small lack of oxygen, but my body passed it on its own, and I recovered completely within a few hours. Oh, this is definitely one of the scariest moments I've ever been through. I'm home now and doing well. I'm so grateful and thankful to all the amazing doctors and nurses who took care of me. Hailey Baldwin says she definitely won't have kids this year. I'm still super young. She's only 25. That's not that old. Thank you to everyone who reached out with well wishes and concern and for all the support and love. This is her. I haven't really looked at her. Hailey's health scare comes after her husband, Justin Bieber, tested positive for the coronavirus last month. He was 28 and has since recovered from COVID-19. Yeah. And then he's going on tour. And yeah. This next story is really old because Euphoria is kind of over now. Well, the season's over and all the hype's gone. But 6 times Euphoria cast members were uncomfortable with nudity on the show. I know there's a lot of nudity in the show. I've never actually watched the show. I still have yet to watch it. I don't have HBO Max, so that's why I haven't watched it yet. But I'll probably watch it when I go to someone else's house, I guess. I was supposed to watch The Office this week with my friend. But we're at like a different place right now. There's a lot of nudity in Euphoria. The edgy teen drama doesn't hold back when it comes to depicting substance abuse, extreme violence, and truly dark situations. It also features a significant amount of sex scenes and nudity, which isn't always well received. In fact, several Euphoria cast members have spoken about the discomfort of nudity on the show, particularly in season 2, the one with Zendaya in it. I don't know if she was in the first one. But yeah, this recent season that we just had. The first season of Euphoria debuted as huge success in 2019. It sounded like the show's writer-creator Sam Levinson was going to aim at turning up the heat even more in season 2. However, when the production was slated to begin in 2020, the global pandemic hit and severely delayed filming on the season. Zendaya didn't get into specifics of what the original script looked like, but after several other stars revealed they asked Levinson to alter scenes in which characters were originally supposed to appear nude, it seems pretty clear that involved much less clothing than the original version that ended up airing. What the actors had to say: Sydney Sweeney, who plays the hopeless romantic Cassie, revealed in January 20th that she told Levinson to cut the shirtless scenes she felt were unnecessary. There were moments where Cassie was supposed to be shirtless, and I would tell Sam I don't really think it's necessary here, adding Levinson was always receptive to her suggestions. She was like, all right, we don't need it. I never felt Sam has pushed it on me or was trying to get a nude scene into an HBO show when I didn't want to do it. He didn't make me. Alexa, this is the girl from the memes. Oh God, Alexa turned on over there by my alarm clock. Shut up. Okay, there we go. Plays cool girl Maddie on the show, and she shared that the nudity initially scared her, but she eventually grew more comfortable with it. The nudity it was tough for me because, I'm not really comfortable like that publicly. I mean, obviously they're like filming, they're on a set and all that, but definitely, like I said, it pulled me out of my comfort zone. And after I did it, I watched it, and it's just not that serious. Austin, the original script called for him to dance in his tighty whities while being lathered down in oil and doing all these things. He was relieved when the costuming was changed to football uniform pants instead of underwear. I mean, he's getting greased up. Okay. Chloe Cherry. P-star Chloe Cherry is no stranger to nude scenes, but she admitted it was a little bit jarring. When her first scene on television actor was to be a naked one, she revealed that she met with co-star Tyler, who plays her boyfriend in the show. Levinson wanted to shoot a scene in which she was completely naked. We just met and said, "Hey, how are you?" and then shot the scene. It probably would have been more comfortable had we had a little more time to get to know each other. Sam wanted to do the scene with me completely naked, and Tyler was like, "That's a lot," so they decided not to. Seems like he's pushing a lot of nudity, but he's not really pushing them into it. It's just already written in the script, and they're like, "We don't want to do this. We're not into this," and then he's like, "Okay, we'll take it out." Hopefully that's how it is. Hopefully they don't have to do anything they don't want to do, obviously. Minka Kelly. In season 2, Minka Kelly joined the cast as Maddie's glamorous babysitting boss, Samantha. Many fans picked up an oddly seductive element to Maddie and Samantha's relationship, and apparently something Levinson wanted to go all in from the start. Kelly revealed in February 14th interview that she initially wanted to film her getting completely undressed in Samantha's introductory scene, but she asked to have that change. "I thought it would be more interesting if my dress fell to the ground," referring to her first scene where Maddie helps unzip Samantha's dress. "That was my first day as a guest on the show, and I didn't feel comfortable standing there naked. I said I'd love to do the scene, but I can't. I think we can keep my dress on." He was like, "Okay." He didn't even hesitate, and he shot a beautiful scene and got exactly what he wanted. I hope this is all not weird for the actors and actresses. Well, just actors. Oh, God. Martha Kelly had some qualms about a scene involving her character. The unnerving drug dealer Lori said the scene in which Lori injects Rue with morphine in her bathtub initially showed Lori undressing Rue, which had more of a like a perversional vibe. Before Levinson decided it was to change it in his rewrites in the script, it's even creepier because Lori is helping her undress and get in the tub and is approaching the gross P-word vibe, like underage people, children. Initially, it was just like, I can't do this. And then I met with Sam, and he was so lovely about it. I spoke with him and decided not to ask him to change anything, but because I felt strongly that I'm more of a comedian than an actor, so I never told a writer or director that if they could change something for me. I was happy when Sam told me we were going to shoot the bathroom scene slightly out of focus, and that some stuff was altered because of the pause that we took during the pandemic. Second season of Euphoria may be over, but it doesn't mean your manicure game can be. Okay, this is a different article. But yeah, so there was a lot of nudity in the show, and many of them weren't comfortable with it, and obviously they shouldn't do anything they're not comfortable with. Amanda Bynes freed from 9-year conservatorship. I didn't know that she was in a conservatorship. This is the girl from the only movie I know about her is She's All That. It was not highly publicized as Britney Spears. I didn't even hear about it. But apparently she's been in a conservatorship just as long as Britney Spears almost. Amanda Bynes this is Nickelodeon before my time. Amanda Bynes is free from her conservatorship after 9 years. Last month, the star filed to regain full control of her as person and her estate. She should have had control the whole time. I don't even know the context, but it seems like it's just why is it always women that gets trapped in these conservatorships, you know? Doesn't make any sense. Always these young women getting trapped in these conservatorships and having to do stuff that they don't want to do. Free Amanda, free Brittany, free them. Free them all. Free Wendy Williams, too. Has been terminated after 9 years. Her mother was granted temporary conservatorship. It lasted 9 years. The former Nickelodeon star in 2013 due to her behavior, hospitalized on an involuntary psychiatric hold after allegedly starting a fire in a stranger's driveway and pouring gasoline on her own dog. I don't know the context, but that just sounds so crazy. Last month, Bynes filed to end her conservatorship of her person and estate and has been giving her fans updates in the case through her new Instagram account. We're not going to open it in case it's like Britney's, where it's literally just like too hot for YouTube. Alrighty, so she's doing better after suffering in the same realm as Britney Spears, but not nearly as publicized. And then the last story is Lindsay Lohan joins TikTok and reveals we've been saying her name wrong all this time. That's wild if we have been saying her name wrong all this time. Oh my gosh, we gotta open an incognito window because of the ad blocker. Just a minute. It's a little harder. Okay. Lindsay Lohan joins TikTok and blows everyone's minds by revealing we've been saying her name wrong all this time. Isn't she getting married too? I have a headache all of a sudden. We gotta finish this up. Lindsay Lohan finally joined TikTok, and it's safe to say her first video got people talking as she revealed we've all been saying her name wrong the entire time. The video is here somewhere through all these advertisements. There's literally so many ads I can't see anything. We're just going to wait for that to load. There we go. Look at this tabloid. There's so many advertisements. Literally, there's more advertisements than text on the page. Okay. It's not loading the window. I don't know, guys, what we're supposed to do. It's literally not loading. It's loading all the ads. It's having trouble loading the ads before it can even load the video. Let's just go to our TikTok then. See if we can find it back that way. I always like TikTok's verification with the puzzle piece. Is it this one?
Yes, you want to know the difference between us? I have class and you don't.
I think this is it.
Hey everyone, it's Lindsay Lohan, and guess what? Now I'm on TikTok. Hey everyone, it's Lindsay Lohan, and guess what?
She says Lohan, I think. I think that's the slight difference. Instead of Lindsay Lohan, she says this.
Hey everyone, it's Lindsay Lohan.
Lohan. Lindsay Lohan. Not Lindsay Lohan. Lindsay Lohan.
Hey everyone, it's Lindsay Lohan, and
Lohan. And then everybody thought it was Lohan, and it's hard to believe that she went this long hearing her name said that way all this time on everything, and then saying Lohan. So, basically, that's it. That's all we got today. Thank you so much for coming by. This is a long episode. We almost reached an hour today. That's absolutely wild. We've never gotten this close in quite a long time, but that Will Smith one really took up a lot of time. So thank you guys so much for coming in. So thank you so much for listening to Overall Vibing. We'll see you next week, or another week, or with someone. We don't know yet, but it will happen soon. I hope to get this podcast back on track. We used to do it every week, and now it's every 3 weeks or a month. We got to do it more often. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you so much for putting up with that cringe. And I will see you guys later. Peace.